Our next storyteller is Lizzie Ens. Lizzie Ens is a former Amish girl that ran away from her family at the age of 19. Leaving behind everything she knew up until then, left behind to create a brand new life. Lizzie loves sharing her story now to inspire others to step out of their comfort zone and to achieve their dreams. She is now a functional nutrition practitioner and helps women heal from years of chronic dieting, focusing on whole body healing. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage our next storyteller, Lizzie Ens!
Wenn du alles schon studierst wie der Erbe, wärst du perfect. If you would do everything else as good as your work, you would be perfect. That was Pennsylvania Dutch, and it's my first language. And those are the words my mom said to me as a teenager. How many of you have ever been in a place where you felt trapped and you had no idea how you're going to get out? That was me for 19 years of my life. You see, the Amish, there's nothing modern about it. There's no electricity, there's no indoor plumbing, and you're shut out from the outside world. At a very young age, I started to get curious about the outside world, and I would ask my mom questions. Why do women not get to cut their hair? And men do. Why is music bad? What's wrong with me? And my mom always said, that's just the way it is. But that wasn't good enough for me. I knew there was more. I needed more. There's a hierarchy between men and women. Men make the rules, like making the women dress with straight pins instead of safety pins. There's a lot of breaking and probing going on, even bleeding sometimes. It hurts. Imagine yourself having to get dressed every morning with this dress and layers, straight pins, every single day. That was my life. At the age of 17, my sister and I, we decided to run away. We had to get out. Oh, and by the way, I have 18 brothers and sisters. 18 brothers and sisters. Oh, and my sister, she's my twin. So we ran away together. We're staying at a cousin's house that had left a couple years before, and one of our brothers finds out that we're staying there. So he calls the house. And this was when home phones were there, still around. She picks up the phone in the kitchen, and I pick up the phone in the living room, and at the end, I just listen to the conversation. I don't say a word. At the end of that conversation, she says, "You must come pick us up. I can't do this to Mom. You see, when someone leaves, it's like someone died. They mourn you." So I went back home. And the next day I said, "I'm not staying here. I have to go." She says, "Me neither." On June 30th, 2004, I'm working at my oldest sister's house as a hired maid. At this time, I'm a member of the church, which meant I got baptized, and the church has more control over you. I'm also dating a guy from New York. I live in Ohio. Our way of communication was writing letters. There were no phones. There was no texting. So on this particular day, I go to put my letter in the mail for him. And when I get to the mailbox, there's a note there from my boyfriend, and he says, "My sister and I, we drove down from New York yesterday, and we ran away. If you want to leave, come by tonight at this spot, 10 p.m., and you can go with us. If not, I'll come by later, and we'll chat." This was basically his way of saying, "We're breaking up if you don't leave." I snapped my fingers, and I said, "I'm leaving." So I had the rest of the day to decide, how am I going to do this? And I wait until nighttime. I go upstairs as if I'm...
Ladies and gentlemen, our first storyteller is Michael Cross. As a multifaceted performer, Michael Angel Rivera Michael Cross has entertained audiences since the late 1900s as a magician, mentalist, multi-instrumentalist, and vocalist. Adapting to the 2020 lockdown, he became a marriage officiant. Angel, Michael Cross, realized that all his talents and experiences have been leading him to the stage of public speaking. Please help me welcome to the stage our first storyteller, Michael Cross!
Wonder. It's something each of us had when we were children. Opening that present on Christmas, on your birthday, seeing your favorite toy. Nothing else mattered in the world because that magical piece of plastic was the only thing that mattered as you played with it. Just a truck that transforms into a robot. For those who've been blessed with children, is holding your newborn and seeing that innocence and wonder in his eyes. And what wonder is possibilities without limits. For me, wonder came in the form of magic. It was a gift that God gave me to share with others. It's led me through hard times. It's helped me escape the cruelties of reality. But it's also led me to places